Okay, well, what we've got here is lots of little seedlings which I have pricked out in the last week or so and put them into their own little cell trays to grow on until they're ready to go in the ground. We've got all sorts of different things growing here. We've got broccoli, we've got kale, we've got Brussels sprouts, we've got red cabbage, white cabbage, lots of different lettuces there, which could go into the ground, but my second tunnel, my old tunnel, is being revamped at the moment, so there's nowhere for them to go. Anyway, so that's that, and then underneath here you can just about see we've got lots and lots of other things growing. We've got some spinach here which needs to be potted on. We've also got absolute stacks of flowers that I've grown from seed, from last year's flowers, which I'll show you in another video. Now I'll show you what's growing in my tunnel. As you can see, it's very full. It's the first year that I've actually used this tunnel. I feel I need another one already. This tunnel is pretty big. It's about 48 foot by 16. It's got a mesh side on there. You can see you can roll that up so you can get more air in, which hopefully we get some summer, I'll roll it up so we can get some air in, because I do like to grow a lot of outdoor veg inside. Anyway, right, I'll just take you through what I'm growing. First of all, this is my parsnip patch. As you can see, go a bit closer, the parsnips are just starting to show their heads now, along with a few weeds, but I leave the weeds in there until the parsnips have got a little bit bigger, because I don't want to be pulling the parsnips up. They've taken a long time to germinate, which is quite normal. They've taken nearly 3 weeks, which is quite normal. They can take anything up to 3-4 weeks to germinate. Some people will germinate them in a bowl, or on kitchen paper, but I just throw them in the ground and hope for the best. Okay, and you can see here we have got absolutely stacks and stacks of seedlings, baby tomato plants, chili plants, pumpkins, squashes, etc. I'll just quickly show you. Here we have got some parsley there in the background, which has germinated very well. We've got some chard growing just there. We've got some corn. By the way, that white powder is called diatomaceous earth. It's DE for short. It's very good for killing all the little bugs and things. It's completely organic, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that in another video. Okay, over here we have got some basil. You can see some beautiful purple basil, some green basil, just your normal basil. We've also got some lovely coriander growing there, and some dill. And that is some celeriac and some celery seedlings. There's some little cherry tomato plants that I took from a plant that was actually from Marks and Spencer's. Okay, and then we have got lots of other little plants growing. These are some more little tomato seedlings. These are some sweet corn. We've got nasturtiums there, which are a great companion plant. Lots and lots and lots of tomatoes. As you can tell, they are one of my favourite plants to grow. I grow them all from seed, find it very easy to grow from seed, and so will you when I show you how to do it. It's not a difficult thing to do at all. I have cucumbers growing here, which are doing very well, and again, pretty easy to grow. A little bit more care needed. Tomatoes are very easy, the cucumbers need a little bit more care. Lots of peppers. We have got all sorts of peppers growing there. Chili peppers, Caspian peppers, some very, very hot prairie fire, Apache chili, etc, etc. And again, we've got some sunflowers there, which are again great companion plant. And some of the little flower seedlings that have all been grown over the last few weeks. Okay, and if I take you around here, we have got onions galore. If you can see in the far corner there, we've got some onion seedlings. I'll just take you down to them. We've got some leeks, and some onions, spring onions, leeks, and some ordinary onions, white onions, already pricked out into new cell trays. Okay, here we've got some red onions, which have only been in a few weeks. They seem to be doing very, very well. Delighted with them. And then as you come along, we've got absolutely loads of yellow onions, white onions, whatever we want to call them. They've been in there a few months now. They're doing very well, but as you probably can notice, some of the leaves have turned a little bit yellow. The reason for that is that I think I overwatered them. It's not something that I thought you could do with onions, but apparently they don't like too much water. Also, this is the first year I've grown them in this particular patch because it's a new tunnel. I think the soil is a little bit too clay, so it's a little bit too tight around them, so I'm just waiting to see what they actually turn out like. I think I need to put a little bit more aerating soil in there, i.e. A little bit looser. It's a little bit too compact. There in the background you can see some fig trees that are doing really well. My first year of those, the figs are on there from last season, but this is the first real season that I've had them, so I'm hoping they'll do well in my tunnel. Okay, in here we've got some dwarf speedy beans, to see how they go. And okay, let's have a look. Here is the potato plot. As you can see, they've gone absolutely mental. It's the first time I've grown potatoes inside a tunnel. They seem to be enjoying it. I've earthed them up a couple of times. They've been in there now since February, so I'm hoping now that another few weeks we will have some nice new potatoes. Over here we have some spinach. This is called perpetual spinach, and as the name says, you can just keep picking it and it will keep growing. I actually transplanted these plants from my old tunnel, and they are about a year old now, but as you can see it didn't do them any harm, and I'm still picking leaves, so I'll probably pull them out now in the next few weeks, ready for some new plants to go in. Here we have some Swiss chard. Now Swiss chard is absolutely delicious. Cook it very much like spinach. This is called Bright Colours, and as you can see it is beautiful. You've got an absolute array of bright colours. It's like, as my daughter said, it's like taking a highlighter pen into the garden, and you can see they are beautiful. Again, very easy to grow, very delicious, and again it's a bit like cut and come, a bit like the spinach, the perpetual spinach, same family. Just keep cutting and eating and it's delicious. Okay, now here we have our cauliflowers. It's my first year of success with cauliflowers. Now these were planted last summer, last spring really, and put in the tunnel over winter, and as you can see they have done very, very well. Can't believe how well they've done. It's my first real success with cauliflowers, and I'll try and show you a cauliflower or two. Okay, we've got one in here. You can get to it. Okay, so I don't want to break the leaves too much, and whether you can see that in there. There it is. Okay, so you can see doing very, very well, and I think I've got a baby one growing in here, and they're all coming up really well. The only thing that I find you have to watch out for is slugs, which seem to love everything in here, and that's because of the awful weather we've had. Then you can see we've got some cabbages. They're all doing very well, and again I have to pull the odd slug off of them, but I am an organic gardener, so I really don't want to be using any chemicals in my garden, which luckily I don't have to. Okay, we've got some cabbage that's gone to seed, which wasn't supposed to happen, but I thought, oh, I'll just leave them now. And then over here we've got purple sprout and broccoli, which is very easy to grow, and you get an abundance of fantastic sprouts from that. Delicious cooked in a little bit of butter, Takes only a couple of minutes to cook, and you can eat the stems because it's so tender. Absolutely delicious. Here we've got some salad, which again I took out of my old tunnel and transplanted it. As you can see, it hasn't done it any harm. There's some mustard growing there, a few different varieties of salad, and all doing very well. And I've not had to buy salad now for well, I haven't bought any salad in the last year, which is a great success now. I've got 2 tunnels because I can grow it all year round. I've got some baby mustard and rocket, etc. growing in these little tubs, again because I have no room in here and the tunnel that I normally grow in is actually being revamped. Okay, and then if we come along here, we have got some, this is some Savoy cabbage, again, which I've transplanted from my old tunnel. Again, didn't do any harm and doing very well. Overwintered and seems to be growing nicely, and not too many bugs on there. At the back there is some watercress, which I will put outside into my stream in the next few weeks, where I've already got some mature stuff growing. Here's some nasturtiums which self-seeded in the old tunnel, so I pulled them up, so we're a little bit ahead with some of the nasturtiums. Great companion plants in the tunnels, especially with the likes of cucumbers. Here we have some lavender, which I took cuttings from my garden last year, and they've all rooted, so I've got some nice little lavender plants to plant up into new pots pretty soon. We also have some dill from last year, which is doing well, some sage, and there is some mint. These are ton bags, which we would have received with, you know, sand or gravel or whatever in to do building work, etc. And as you can see, they come to great use because I put anything in them. I've got potatoes grown in them, and this one here, I will try and show you if I can find any. Yes, you can just about see there carrots growing. They've been in there about 2 weeks and doing very well. I've got some peas growing along the side there. Put a bit of trellis up and they're doing so fine in little tubs. Potatoes there, potatoes over there. I've got an empty one there. Big empty tub there ready for some runner beans to go in. I've also got carrots grown in these small tubs, which I'm not sure if they're coming up yet. Let's have a look. Oh yes, we've got some just coming up there. Again, these have all been in a couple of weeks, so hopefully they will give us a nice lot of carrots. This is the view from our house. As you can see, it's beautiful. Everywhere you look is a picture. I'll show you my rockeries that I'm creating outside. I'm trying to make it look like a garden. It's not easy, but we will get there. Okay, now geraniums, which I overwintered in the tunnel. Took lots of cuttings, and as you can see, very successful with them. Again, I will show you how to do all these things, how to take cuttings, etc. in over here we've got some garlic growing. As you can see, we've had some really bad weather, so some of the garlic really didn't survive, but luckily I've got lots more garlic to go in to another plot in the next few weeks. We've got some blueberries growing in pots, along with raspberries, some wild plants which I have dug up from ditches and rivers and by the sea. Okay, and over here we've got another big tub. It's got lots of peas in it growing. These are marrow, which are your marrow fats, so you know, eat mushy peas with them. So we've got some seedlings, and we've also got some fresh peas which I've put in there. So as you can see, it's my old tunnel, and it is pretty old, but it's okay. It's still doing the job, but we are going to revamp it. We're going to get a nice new cover on it, and we are going to put new planters inside. Well, I'm not, my poor husband is. Okay, so I just take as you can see, it is sunshine in a tunnel. It is a beautiful hothouse, hence this is where I will grow all my tomatoes, chilies, cucumbers, etc.